Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are here to solve Leetcode problem of the day, and today is 19th September 2025, and today's problem is count number of pairs. And as we always do, we will first try to figure out what could be the problem is, and by just reading the title of the problem, and then we will directly jump to the constraint, what the constraint are given, and then we will read the whole statement. Later on we will see the examples that are given here. So the title is count the number of pairs. It means that you have to find the number of pairs, and there could be the definition of pairs. So basically you have to, what could be the problem? The problem could be something like there might be given the array, and you have to find out the number of pairs. So let's see what the constraint could be, and the constraint is from 1 to 10 raised to the power 5, and nums is the number of nums array, and length will be the n, and the number differ from minus 10 raised to the power 9 to 10 raised to the power 9. And similarly for lower and upper variables that might be given in the problem. You can also see that you have given an array nums and lower and upper. So these are the range of lower and upper, and this is for the nums I. And as you can see, then the length of the nums array is 10 raised to the power 5. So our what, regardless of the problem, we have to solve it either n log n or in the linear time complexity. So this is the conclusion we have get yet. So now jump to the problem statement. So given the zero index integer array nums, as you can also see that nums are given of size n and two integer lower and upper, and it is the number of pair. What the number of pairs is? Pair ij is pair if both are not the same, pointing to the same index, and it should be from 0 to less than n, and the sum of both the elements should be greater than or equal to lower and should be less than, in the range of lower and upper inclusive. So if the pair sum lies in this range, so it will be considered as pair, otherwise we will not consider it and we will not include in our answer. So now the problem is you have to find out number of pair whose sum is in the range of lower to upper. So let's see the example 1. Here the input are given is nums is like this one, and lower and upper are 3 and 6. So because you have to find out the number of pair sum, so what we can do is that, okay, from starting, if I will consider the 0 as the first element, so the second will be might be anyone from here to here, and whose sum will belong from lower to upper, I will consider that in the answer. So but the time complexity what it will give us is n square, because for each index we are iterating the remaining element that are next to this index. So you can also see that, yeah, okay, if I will start from 0, so 0 and 1 is less than 3, so we will not consider. 0 and 7 is also not be the part of answer, and 0 and 4, okay, it lies, 0 and 4 is 4, so it lies between 3 and 6, so we will consider it. So you can see that 0, 3, This is actually the index. So this is the 0 index and this is the 3 index. So we can consider this pair as a pair. So next one is again 0 and 4. So this pair also we consider as pair. Then move to the next last index 0 and 5. 0 and 5 is 5. Of course this will lies in 3 and 6, and we will also consider this one, and we will now proceed with the 1. So 1 and 4 are 5 and lies in the, so you can see that 1 and 3 index pair also be considered, 1 and 4 and 1 and 5, and next we will not be able to include in the answer any further pair. You can also see from 7 itself is greater than 6, so summation of any one of these element will exceed from the 6, so we cannot be able to include in the answer. Similarly for the 4 plus 4 is 8, is out of the range, and 4 and 5 is out of the range, and then we will start from 4 and 5, that is 9, it out of range from lower to upper. So the answer is 6. Similarly for the second index, second example, we can also see that lower and upper both are 11. So can we make the 11? Let's see. This is 9 and 1, that is 10. So if I will write it from 1, 7 and 8 is not 9 and 10, 9 and 1, that will be 10, will be also not, and then okay, these pairs 7 and 2 will give you the 11, and this will lie in the range of lower and upper, so we will consider. You can also see that this index 0 to index 2 and 3 and 7 and 2 give you the 11, and this will consider in the answer. So the answer is 11. Now the problem is how we can be able to solve this, because the constraint are given is 10 raised to the power 5, and we have to we are actually here computing this in n square, so you have to optimize it further. What we can do is, because it is the problem of just picking up two element from the given array, so what this conclude is, this says that you can sort the array, because sometimes sorting solve many of the problem to start thinking about the solution. So let me show you. I was also thinking how I can be able to. A few days ago there was a problem for the payers, but there was also given the constraint in the range of from 1 to 10 raised to the power 5. So I was thinking how I could be able to count the pairs maybe 2 or 3 days ago. I can't remember exactly, but there was also the problem to count the number of pairs. So this is the problem, and then okay, if I will, let's see if the sorting works from 0, 1, and then 4, then 4 and 5, and then it is 7, and the range is from 3 to 6. It should be lie in between 3 and 6 inclusively. So what we were doing actually, from 0 and 1 is not there, 0 and 4 is there, from 0, so you can see that 0, and if I will add 0 and 1, this will not be the part of answer. So from 0 and 4 it will be 4. Okay, this will lies here, 4 will lies here, 0 plus 4 is 4, and so this will be the starting point for the index 0 element. So this is the 0, this is the starting, and how far we can consider it. So from 0 it will can be include, and this will also will include 0 plus 5. This will also be include because 5 in range of 3 and 6, and this will not be part of the. So if you will start from index 0, that is the element 0, so you will be able to consider this 3 element with 0. That will give you the answer. So what we are actually, okay, let me show you for the next index, so it will be clarify you that how it actually working. So for the next element it is 1, so you can see that 1 and 4 is 5. Of course this is lies between 3 and 6, and this will also 1 and 1 and 5 and 6. So this range is contributing in the answer. So you can also the these 3 element and these 3 element, the output is 6. So what we have to find out, actually we have to find out for the every index what could be the lower index, starting index, and what could be the end index for the particular element. So if you will be able to find out what will be the starting index and what will be the end index, you will be easily able to find out the number of pair pairs for the specific index, for each index actually. Therefore you can see that these are 3 are contributing in the answer and these 3, so the output is 6. Similarly, if you will try to find out for the next element 1, 4, 4 and 5 and 7, it I will start from this index. 4 and 4 is 8, it already out of bound, so you can say 4 and 4 is already out of bound. So this will not be the starting index, this will also be not the starting index, this will also will not be the starting index, so we will reach here. So what this says that there is no such element which can add with get add with this element 4 and give the summation which can lie in between these range. So from the 4 there will be no contribution. Similarly, because the element are in ascending, in non-decreasing order, so that's why none of the element will contribute in the answer. So this will also not consider, this will also, this will not. So we can break from here. So these are the only 2 elements which will contributing in the element. So in this way we can, but because the array is sorted, so using the binary search we can find out what could be the starting index for that particular index and what could be the end index which will contribute in the answer. So whenever we will get this one, what we can do is that, let's suppose this is the left and this is the right, so the answer plus will be equal to the right minus left. That's one, actually the length of this window, so the length is 3, so 3 will be the answer. Here also the length is 3, so 3, total is 6. You can also see that the answer is 6. So this problem is actually a binary search problem. So I think it is clear now. We can now proceed with the solution. This is was all about the. So let me first define the binary search to find out the left index and the right index to calculate the answer. Now let's say that, okay, so public will give you the index and binary search left. This will give you the nums and left and right and the target one. Similarly for the binary search right. Okay, so let's say index, because you have to find out the left index. So what we can say that the index we start from n, so that we can decrease, because we have to decrease to find out the minimum index. So I will start from the maximum index. Similarly for the this one, index will be start from -1. Okay, now less than or equal, right? In this case you have to find out the mid. This will be left divisible by 2. This will be same for this one. Now if nums of mid is greater than or equal to target, this means that this could be the potential answer. So in this case what we can do is that, okay, that index might be mid, and then we will reduce the left to mid -1, and otherwise no, this will be right, will be mid -1, and then left will be mid +1. Similarly for this one, not exactly similar, we will do the opposite. Let me show you that. Okay, less than target, then and if we will find an index which is the left, so we will have to move to the right direction, so it will be mid +1, and this will be in the else statement, and we have to return the index. Similarly here as well you have to return the index. So we have written to find out the left index and to find out the right index which will contribute in the answer, and now there will be the answer, and we will return this one, and for int I equal to 0, because you have to sort the array. So arrays now and left equal to, and is search left, that will be the nums, and then lower minus nums of I comma comma n -1. There's no n, so we will have to initialize it. Similarly for the right as well. So When we search right, it will be from upper I to n minus 1, and this will be right index. So if left is less than or equal to right, the answer plus will be equal to right minus left plus 1, and that's it. Let's try to run the code now. This is showing something wrong happened. Actually, we have not defined the data type for this one. It cannot be able to find the index ends. So this is actually the non-sub length. So out of bound. Why is that? Showing the -2. Okay, something went wrong. If nums of mid is greater or equal to, if the number is greater, because we have to find out the number is greater, then we will move right and left equal to mid plus 1. I guess it is right. Let me let's see. I minus 1 upper minus 1 minus it is equal. And then, sorry, this will be the left. No, no, no. How it is converting this to system layout? From -5 to 0? Sorry. These two are the index, so that's why it is happening. Here it will be. So you can see that these test cases that are available here have been accepted and giving you the correct output. So this is the answer for 1 and 1, and I have added these one more extra to see the TLE. So the answer is 0 and the output is 0 as well. So let me comment this line and let's try to submit it now. Uh, what is happening here? The output is 21 and it is 15. Okay, no problem. What is could be the problem? try to run. Sorry, have to comment this out. Okay, because here I am trying to find out the right index. So whenever the value is less than or equal to the target, I will increase the left. So that's why the index is mid, and I have increased the one. Otherwise we have to decrease the right. It is correct. Okay, and then here again I am trying to find out if the number is greater than or equal to target, because I am trying to find out the left index. So if it is greater, we will consider it and we will reduce the right to mid minus 1. Otherwise, what could be? Why is this happening? Slightly wrong. Do this test. If everything is 0 and lower from 0 to 0, then what could be the answer? 0 to 0, everything is, so it will be how many number of pair we can generate. It is giving us the 21. No, it will start from I plus 1. Sorry, that's why this was happening, I guess. Okay, because you are already considering the element here, the current element, so we will have to start from the next index. So that's why this is this was giving us the wrong output. So let's try to submit it now. Sorry, I have written the print statement here, that's why we are giving the output limit exceeded. So you can see that our code have been accepted and beats and taken 62 millisecond and beats 53.70% of the people who have been submitted in Java. And in case of memory constraint, we have taken 57.30 MB, and that beats 56.80% of the people who have been submitted in Java. So this was the problem, and you can see the solution that we have sorted the array, and then we try to find out the left index, and then we find the right index, and if it is left is less than or equal to right, then we count the answer, otherwise no. And here we are trying to find out the left index, and here we are trying to find out the right index using the binary search, because the array is already sorted. And one more experiment I need to do, that okay, whenever it will not hit, we will break. Let me try it with swap. No, in case of 2 it is not working, so you cannot break out, it is not working. So this is all about the solution. If you have any query or suggestion, you can ping me below in the comment box. I will definitely reply you whenever I will get the time. So please make sure to subscribe my channel, to like my videos, and please share with your friends who are interested in coding, CP as well as data structure and algorithm. Thank you. Have a nice day and have a healthy and peaceful mind. Thank you.